Organizations are scaling generative artificial intelligence. At the same moment, the labor required to deploy it is disappearing. Executives face two colliding vectors. On one side, a fixed and irreversible contraction of the United States labor supply. On the other, the volatile, exponential rollout of generative AI. Faced with these pressures, many leaders operate under a pervasive assumption. They look at shrinking headcounts and bank on AI productivity gains to serve as a direct one-to-one substitute for human workers. But market data from Ramp and Revelio labs reveals the opposite. The organizations investing the most heavily in AI are simultaneously expanding their human capital investments. They are hiring more, not less. Treating artificial intelligence as a simple cost-saving replacement mechanism is a strategic error. To maintain operational capacity, leaders must calculate a new metric: the ratio of labor to tech. This timeline tracks the U.S. fertility rate. In 2007, it sat at the 2.12 replacement level. By 2023, it plummeted to 1.64. That drop triggers an unavoidable pipeline effect. 20 years later, there is a literal scarcity of young adults entering the workforce. At the same time, the existing workforce is aging out. 10,000 baby boomers retire from the U.S. economy every single day, draining specialized expertise and relationship capital out of the system. This pressure is highly concentrated. Critical sectors like healthcare, information technology, and advanced manufacturing are projecting demand-supply labor gaps exceeding 20. It assumes a friction-free workflow. Raw data flows into an algorithm, and an actionable result emerges. The actual architecture is far more demanding. Before any algorithm runs, intense human labor is required to curate and structure the data. Once running, the model requires continuous human involvement to train the algorithms and refine outputs. Finally, human experts must review the output, applying contextual interpretation. They serve as the necessary gatekeeper before a decision is made. Because AI requires human experts at the data source, during the training loop, and at the final decision point, scaling AI naturally forces human capital costs to rise in tandem. Functional enterprise AI is not an autonomous machine. It is a dependent socio-technical system that requires continuous, specialized human curation to yield a return. When executives look for quick returns on AI, they often fall into the junior employee trap, using algorithms exclusively to eliminate routine, early career tasks. Automating foundational work eliminates the exact environments where junior employees learn. By removing routine tasks, organizations remove the repetitions needed to absorb broader industry expertise. The impact is delayed but severe. If you eliminate today's entry-level positions, you guarantee a total absence of capable mid-career professionals 5 years from now. This internal hollowing out severely compounds the external scarcity caused by the declining birth rate. The talent pool is shrinking from the outside, and organizations are simultaneously destroying their internal pipelines. Deploying AI merely to cut junior headcount destroys the organizational bench strength you need to manage advanced AI systems in the future. To resolve this, leading organizations are adopting the augmentation partnership model. Under this architecture, algorithms and humans supply complementary, distinct capabilities. Consider JP Chase. They deployed a platform called Coin to analyze complex commercial loan agreements. This diagram illustrates their specific division of labor. The AI processes the volume, parsing thousands of documents in seconds to flag anomalies. But human legal professionals sit at the center of the workflow, retaining sole accountability for interpreting the risk and finalizing the terms. Siemens implemented a similar architecture in their advanced manufacturing operations, using an AI-powered predictive maintenance system. Automated sensor networks predict equipment failure with high accuracy, but expert technicians assess those alerts, applying contextual knowledge about production schedules to dictate the actual physical intervention. Compared to pure automation attempts, where systems run without human context and inevitably create costly errors, these dual capability models consistently yield higher returns and stronger operational resilience. The operational rule is clear. Artificial intelligence scales processing volume and pattern recognition, but human expertise secures operational precision and accountability. Attempting to fit these hybrid workflows into a traditional, static organizational chart fails under the pressure of demographic scarcity. Instead, organizations must transition to capability-based planning. This model breaks work down to its atomic unit, the capability. A capability, such as analytical problem solving, is distinct from a rigid job title. Work is systematically decomposed. Specific capabilities can then be assigned dynamically to humans, AI algorithms, or hybrid teams. Organizations use internal talent marketplaces to match these granular capabilities to active projects. This allows employees to deploy their skills where they are most needed without needing to alter traditional reporting structures. In a constrained labor market, blindly filling static headcount requisitions is inefficient. Achieving agility in how you deploy specific capacities is the only viable method to maintain output. Executing a dynamic labor-to-tech ratio requires real-time, predictive visibility into your operational demand and your available talent supply. This matrix shows how advanced platforms maintain visibility. By comparing internal capabilities against external constraints, organizations forecast skill gaps before they affect operations. Crucially, predictive turnover models identify exact points of knowledge loss exposure, flagging vulnerabilities where impending retirements threaten these hybrid workflows. With this intelligence, leaders can intervene. They can initiate targeted upskilling programs or procure necessary technology months before a key employee submits their resignation. Data-informed workforce intelligence prevents demographic constraints from turning into sudden, catastrophic operational crises. This requires workforce technology coevolution. Human resources and IT strategy can no longer exist in separate silos. Maintaining an effective labor-to-tech ratio requires continuous, precise tuning, as both AI maturity and human labor availability shift. Organizations must establish cross-functional teams that bridge HR, IT, and operations to design and govern these hybrid models. The math is inescapable. Demographic scarcity is fixed. The birth rate will not reverse, and the labor pool won't expand within your current strategic planning horizon. The required operational shift is clear. Abandon the myth of AI substitution. Invest heavily in deliberate human augmentation. The organizations that sustain productivity through this disruption will treat constrained human capital as the strategic asset that makes artificial intelligence actually work.